What's up, guys? As you can see, another beautiful day in the New Jerseyan lands of New Jersey. Just kidding, it's an absolutely terrible day. What I'm doing right now is I'm about to go head into my favorite skate park in the entire world, solo session, while I wait for Ricky to finish eating, and then I'm going over to his garage and we're gonna assess the damages on the 240. We're pretty sure it's an oil feed line, but you never know. There definitely was some flames going down in the engine bay, so it could be very little damage, could be a lot of damage, we're not sure. I'm hoping for very little, but at the same time, if it's a lot, then we could do some cool stuff with the car, maybe some new parts. Let's go ride the skate park for a little bit while we wait for Ricky to finish rub-a-dub-dubbing. Oh, that's high. Try to do that again. No hops. Now I'm gonna do a feeble easy 180 down this ledge right here. I'm gonna do feeble, hop on, half cab off. That's about enough of that. All right, no, it's wrong. We didn't get a flare challenge done. So we gotta get that going right now. Oh, that hurt. It sucked. I had my keys in my pocket and they just jabbed me in the leg. Spinal. All right, that's enough of that. Big Rick just called. I gotta go head to his house. What up, Big Rick?
What's up,
dude,
man?
Tell me you got some good news for the big dog.
I wish I had good news for the big dog.
Why?
Big boy!
You're so young!
Why'd you do this?
You think you're sad, dude?
Big boy.
Dang it, man!
Listen, man, I wish I had better news for you, bro. I wish I did.
Bro, she's bleeding!
She's bleeding.
She's bleeding, Rick!
She's bleeding, man.
She's bleeding!
Dude, listen, I don't know what you did to her, but...
Bro, I only had it for like 2 months.
Listen, I'm sorry, man. Listen,
I drifted her twice!
sorry, listen, man. It's time for bigger and better things.
You will be missed, 240. You will be missed.
It's time for bigger and better things, big boy.
We're just kidding.
Just messing with you.
240 will live on, absolutely perfectly fine. Rick, tell him what happened.
You have power steering lines very close to your exhaust manifold.
That's true.
Your exhaust manifold got very hot from you doing amazing on the drift course.
I was just going around and around and around and around. No need to stop.
Warmed her up pretty good.
Yep.
One of the lines split.
Not good. This is where it starts to go downhill.
Fluid exited the line pretty quickly.
Do you guys know what this is right here? This is red fluid. Ready? We're gonna give you a couple seconds to guess what this red fluid is.
3, 2, 1, lick it.
No. Bad idea. That's power steering fluid. I thought it could have either been oil or power steering fluid. Turns out we got best of both worlds. We got an oil leak on the manifold, so we had a flash fire from oil, and then we also had the power steering fluid that was leaking but didn't catch fire, but then as soon as it did catch fire, even more. So we had two things as a catalyst for a nice little, you know, bonfire in the old 240's engine bay. Yeah, catalyst is something that speeds up the rate of something. So the oil was the original cause of the fire, and then the power steering fluid was a catalyst that made the fire bigger, sped up the process of making the fire bigger. So we had a nice little bonfire in the front end near my turbo setup.
Did we ever do anything simple?
Nope,
Did
never.
we ever do anything easy?
Nope, never.
Are we always getting it done?
Absolutely. This thing will be fixed. This thing will live on. It doesn't look too bad in there for my excessive spraying, but you know what? I've never shot a fire extinguisher off in my entire life, which leads me to my next point.
Dude, that was so funny.
Okay, you ever notice how in like preschool, kindergarten, first, all the way to 12th grade, you know what I mean? Some people go to college, some people don't. But you ever notice in K through 12, Never once do they ever teach you how to shoot a fire extinguisher, ever. They teach you 2 + 2, 4 × 4, which is 16. They teach you all this stuff, but they never teach you how to shoot a fire extinguisher, the main thing that puts out a fire. So basically what happened was, I was doing hot laps, and this right here is my turbo. So you have your intake that goes in your turbo, for you who don't know. Then right below my turbo is my manifold, okay? So that right down there is the manifold. When the manifold gets really, really, really hot, and you see those lines that are right there, you can kind of see some of the damage that's going down in there. It gets really, really hot. So as soon as something leaked on that manifold, it heated up, and we had a flash fire.
Add a little flash fire.
So we need new lines.
We need new manifold, we need new turbo.
Yes, so that's where my next point is. I'm trying to decide right now if it's worth getting a new turbo setup with a new manifold, because the turbo setup I have right now is I have a 30R in the front with an SR20 back housing, so it's choking the motor. Hence why I make boosts at around 4,500 RPMs rather than the 2,500 to 3,500 that I want to make it at. So I have two options. Either I run it the way it is and it's going to suck, or
it's not gonna suck.
It's not gonna suck.
It's ill-efficient.
So what we're thinking about doing is we could do two options. We could either do a 2871, thank you, or we could just do the bigger 30R and spool up a little bit later, have a little bit more power. But if we did the 2871, we'd have less power. We'd make about what, 330?
2871, we could probably make 330 to 350.
Okay.
Super reliably without pushing anything.
And it would spool up like that.
Instantaneous.
So that might be an option, but it's gonna cost me somewhere around like 2 grand. So. And the reason it's gonna cost me 2 grand is because this is the back housing right here, as I told you, okay? This right here is the back housing, and then underneath that is my manifold. If you look closely, the back housing is welded to the manifold. That is not normal.
It's not, that's because the manifold on this car was a T3, T4 style, and your housing is a T3 smaller style housing, almost like a T2 of sorts, because that's a modified SR20 rear housing. So, previous owner welded it together. It's the setup he wanted. It works. It makes some power. It's not very efficient power, but it does it. But it's time for changes. You know, bigger and better things are here. Or they could be here.
I want to get your guys' opinion. Should I go the bigger turbo, the 30R, make probably more power, like actually a lot more power, and spool up a little later? Or should I just get the smaller turbo, make a really good amount of power, really reliable power, and spool up like that? So I don't know, you guys steer me in the right direction. I know there's a lot of you guys that are super into cars, just like I'm learning to be super into cars. I mean, I've always been into cars, but I'm learning about them more. I can tell you pretty much everything in my engine bay now. So I'm learning slowly but surely. The next thing we're doing with this car is I gotta tighten up the suspension. I got a lot of body roll. That's as easy as literally just turning that. So that's not an issue. And then literally the seat rails are still a problem. I have bride seat rails right there, but they don't fit with my big old seat. So we're gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna have to get 2 new seats because you can't have one good seat and then not one good seat. The passengers got to ride in style as well. So,
oh, get them, dude, come on. There we go.
Inside.
Look at that steering wheel.
It's pretty nice, dude. Why don't you just take it back already? This one works a lot better for me though because it's like close.
It's proper. Whenever Big Boy is in my garage, there's a mess on the ground every single time.
The car's down in the garage. So at the beginning of this weekend, Ricky had one full fender right here. Now got a little eaten. His side skirts were definitely on a little bit better than that. You know, the sides still look good. You know, you guys still got all your logos right here. You got this Ride with Scotty right there.
Missing a window over there.
Yeah, you're definitely missing a window back there. Front end, bumper's gone. This fender right here, completely gone. You also have a dent mark from Mike Perez's car. I'll insert that clip right now of how this happened. The whole backside though looks great. Nobody hit you from behind, which is great.
I got one right there.
Oh, that's when yeah.
When Wes hit us on the entry.
Yep. That's when you got hit on the end of the day where I was like, we got hit. I repeat, we got hit.
Mechanical wise, the car felt great at the end of the day. I didn't have any complaints. Everything felt fine. Really, I just got to go over it, make sure that nothing's going to fall off on me when I don't want it to.
And then these tires are absolutely shot. So I had some new tires for my 240 for the front end because you want really grippy tires in the front. So I'm giving these to Ricky to use because he needs them more than I do right now, seeing as how my car doesn't even run. So when we get back from Virginia, we're gonna get my car running, and then I'm just gonna order another set. All right, guys, we're gonna end it on this one. Ricky's looking underneath the undercarriage of his car right now. Everything looks really, really good. Back alignment's a little off, but that's an easy fix. Other than that, just these body kits, and then he's gonna be going out to Virginia this weekend. I can't wait. Gonna be some epic clips going down there. His first competition ever. Wish him luck. I don't think he really needs the luck, but I know he's gonna be a little nervous anytime I have his first competition, whether it's BMX. He's probably gonna have some butterflies, so go wish him some luck. And Rick, man, you got this. It's gonna be sick. This car is gonna look dope. That's gonna be for this one, guys. Remember to subscribe, and peace.